Good morning. Afternoon. Hmm. What a crazy day. So, this is gonna sound nuts, right? But last night I was up all night with Dork and we're sitting around doing options things, and trying to see which zero DT is gonna make us $10,000 today. The usual. No. I didn't get margin called. Yeah, gay stuff. And so then I go and I get in my bed and then I just slept. I slept all the way until like 5 minutes ago. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know how to feel about myself. My worldview is ruined. I'm over rested. You should feel loved. Did everyone get out at 3,900? I I was up in time for 3,900, barely. And only because I got an alert. Otherwise, I would have slept through that too. This looks like it's gonna fail. Yeah, my port's fine. Nvidia's still mooning, but the rest of my port's okay. All right. I can't believe you literally trade better than me when you're asleep. If you got good sleep, then that means you're gonna be up for like 3 weeks. Yep. Yep. I'm not gonna do a lot of sleeping for a while now. No Discord audio. Oh shit, I'm sorry. So zero DTs have split up in kind of a strange way today. We have like a bunch of positioning came in at 3,900, 3890, 3870. Call side weakened pretty significantly at market open. Um, and right now we're like in a zone with like a little bit of negative gamma. There's just not a lot to carry us below 3915. If we fall below 3915, we could see like 3980, 3989. Maybe I doubt 3875, 3890 possible. Futures look I don't know. Like they're not bouncing very hard off of 3955. They're kind of trying, but that's a bit of a weak bounce right now. I'm gonna get such a good entry on IWM. Nice. Hmm. These are kind of fucking pricey. Jimmy. Who the fuck is a professional YouTuber? You fucking DJ. Dork, I didn't get to tell you what happened to the 3900s we bought. The shit strat wins again. Any idea if 317 puts are gonna shed as we approach market close? They very well could. Especially the 0DTs that are out of the money right now. So glad you actually came back from your milk run. I was also worried when crash. I don't know. Let's see what the Fed does next week. Oh, I didn't get this free membership, so you can be late on Fridays. Fair enough. I was super impatient with entering. Huh. I only made like 250, but I'm happy. Well, I mean, money's money, right? At that point, when you're just gambling like a complete degenerate, then whatever you walk away with is a win. Dr. Snicker. Hey, Sleepyhead. 5x my port this morning on the drop. Thanks to you showing us how to trade SPX options safely. Thanks once again for the knowledge and the fun times. FYI, it speaks volumes. The amount of people that needed you to stream to make money. LOL, pours. Nice, man. Congratulations. That's awesome. VIX being spicy? Oh, yeah, I should probably look at that. Oh, VIX is being spicy. VIX over 25. Do I have enough of these puts? Now I do. Good opportunity to pick up more 4000C March 31 for a hedge next week and longer dated put entries next week. It's probably not a bad idea. Let me see if anything's changed on the options chain. I assume there wasn't any news this morning, and this is just a continuation of SLD, but I currently have no idea because I have not been awake. Pick VVIX. Ooh. Bullish? Well, it should be bullish. Bullish on the VIX. Oh, Jesus. Is IWM going to slip 170? No. They're not going to let that happen. No, I didn't take a melatonin. I just... it might have been like my allergy medication. Usually when I first start taking that, that kind of knocks me out a few times, but... The video almost hit Gamma Max today. Do you think that was it? Or likely more pump? I would still wait until next week. The lender also disclosed it borrowed 109 billion from the U.S. Federal Reserve and an additional 10 billion from the Federal Home Loan Bank on March 9th. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So banking confidence getting shaken again into the weekend. That's interesting. Did you get too bearish and go into hibernation? No. At least I don't think that's a thing. 1 second. Is that gonna be? I think if we consolidate here and futures slips 39.50, we might retest the low. There does not seem to be a lot of bullish momentum here. NQ down 60 points. Russell down 250. Jesus Christ. I need to start playing RTY. I feel like that's a lot of missed opportunity. Check yields. What's the 2-year trading at? Oh shit. Yields are getting slammed today. Down 500 BPS? People are buying so many bonds right now. CNBC had Arthur Cashin on to try to reassure viewers. Okay. Nothing like a good old-fashioned bank run. Well. Look who decided to wake up. Futures slipping 39.50 for sure. They're getting pretty close. We'll see. There's still some small chance they bounce here, right? Like, we could retest 39.62, fail, and then fall. Which kind of looks like it's going to happen. Well, maybe not. Yeah. It's too choppy. I'm not going to try to... Were you hibernating bear that just woke up? Yes. Where did our uppies go? Down. I texted my wife 30 minutes ago and told her I was concerned and hoped you were okay. She was concerned too. We're glad you're back. Thanks, Load Warrior. I'm gonna need you to rocket GME up. Oh, this is the wrong week for that. Everyone's fleeing to bonds for the weekend. They might be fleeing to bonds for a bit longer than the weekend. You still prefer picking up 39.80 to 40.20 for next week? Or has the drop changed any thesis by far? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think my thesis is changing on the potential for a test of 4,000 next week. It still looks good, and puts are shedding in the lower like 3,900 range. They're still stacked under 3,900. I would definitely hedge the downside over the weekend, just because who the fuck knows how many more banks are gonna fail or what kind of news is gonna come out. But yeah, I would say the upside's looking better and better. As far as like the next 3 days goes, at least. Oh, futures has almost slipped 39.50. I think if we slip 39.50, we're gonna test at least 39.40 here. Maybe 39.32. 39.32, I think it'd be roughly around 3,900 on SPX. I told everyone I was wafting eggs and bacon under your nose, but you weren't waking up. I thought you were in a coma. Pretty close. This is the most I've slept in like in one go, I think, in the last like 3 years. I didn't even go to bed that late. I went to bed at, like, I don't know, 3 o'clock. Like my usual time. I bought your GME CSPs on Craigslist while you were sleeping, and I'm waiting on their delivery. Oh, shit. NVIDIA failed the upper trend line. I know. I think I've accepted defeat in my port. I need a 5% drop in QQQ and around a 10% drop in NVIDIA by next week. I think I'll take a week off. Understandable. Also possible. I mean, the Fed decision's next Wednesday. Except you're probably going to need a greater than 1% drop by then. But more banks could fail over the weekend, and then you'll be rich. Is gold finally going to break out? Oh, yeah, that's right. I wanted to buy fucking calls on this piece of shit. Oh my god, they're so cheap. Yeah, sure. Cool. I just want to scalp boomers rushing into gold before they realize it crashes too. I needed 750% pump in GME to stay solvent. That means NVIDIA might go down, and therefore the entire stock market will go down. Yes. Check DMs. 2.5 tons of uranium missing from Libyan site. International Atomic Energy Agency says. Oh shit. Someone long uranium, stealing shitloads of uranium. Bullish. When you have a delayed sleep cycle, night owls, the sleep sessions are weekly occurrences, 3 to 4 hours on weeknights, 10 to 14 hours on weekends. No, I usually just sleep like 3 hours a night, every night. Left field question here. What do you think about buying water rights? Land with water rights. Probably a good idea. Better yet, land that has its its own like well or something. Water rights could be tricky. Like someone upstream from you can just like dam your stream or whatever you got going. Probably better to have some sort of like underground water, maybe. That you also have rights to. Don't confuse that part. Maybe if we spam social media that Pickle Financial Bank has failed, we can stoke some more fear. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's not cool. The Fubo slide, the Pickle Financial Bank is currently liquid. Thank you. This Fubo slide seems completely unjustified. Time to go deep. I mean, if it goes under $1, I'm definitely going synthetic long at $1. Good afternoon, Stackad. Hi, Uncle Parzival. I had a very bad entry on SPX 3850 puts for May. Was thinking probably best to hedge over the weekend next week. Average down rather than closing at a loss. Thoughts? How bad was the entry? Like, did you buy them at the money? Remember stolen Libyan uranium is how Back to the Future starts. Huh. ICC issues arrest warrant for Putin. Okay. That's gonna do nothing. There are many instances where we need rights to the underground water also. Yeah, well, I said the rights were important regardless. Okay, say you find some property in like Wyoming and it's got this luxurious stream, right? And then Nestle comes in and bribes all the local politicians and they start siphoning off all your water upstream from you. You're fucked, right? That's why you want the water underneath you, not flowing into your property. I understand that there's rules about water rights, but rules are just taxes. Worst case, if FUBO goes under $1, they reverse split to stay off the OTC. Yeah, they've reverse split in the past, so I can see it happening. Would you average down on Jimmy today, or what? Or wait, just your 2 cents? I probably will, actually. I probably will average down on Jimmy at some point today. Oh, I don't like this range we're in right now. There's no options here. This isn't a good place to be because the market maker is going to try to fuck everyone if we trade below between like 39.05 and 39.10. Hold on, maybe there's some more options coming in. Let me check. A few more. Man, people really just want to pile into the 3900 strike. And I feel like I should be just playing the upside of this. I could take the groundwater too. Probably. Win Aquafire money. The family farm is along a major river and has its own underground spring. Winning? Yes. I think we'll retest 3900 today. It's possible. It's possible that we retest 3900. I'd be very happy with that outcome. When in doubt, assume a rational 0 DTE pump incoming. Yeah, I'm already kind of looking for that to happen. We haven't really liked failing Head and Shoulders over the last few days, if anyone's noticed. Yeah, they start to fail and then they just bounce really hard. What's max pain? Who gives a shit? Oh, S. Ah. Thoughts on JWN for some OPEX diversity? It's not the greatest OPEX stock. It's had a couple nice runs in the past, but it doesn't really run hard. It has a dividend, remember, so it's not the best volatility short. It gets a little bit of side action because it's an XRT, but yeah, not great. What's up with the difference in price between SPX and SPY? Something strange afoot? How far off is it? That's pretty far off. That's interesting. No. I would say it's average. Like the arbitrage between the two is pretty average. today's the ES, like the roll for the March, or the expiration for the March contract. That's the end of the roll period. Is it possible we fail 3,900 today? Yes. Although I don't think by a lot. Google to 110. Please tell me thoughts on that. It's pretty unlikely. Google's, I mean, one of the reasons I play like CSPs and CCs on Google is that it tends to be moderately range bound despite having decent volatility. 105 has been kind of the top end on it since back in like October. It hit like 108, I think, at like the very peak of like February, like early Feb. Um, I guess 110's possible, but probably just a test of it. If it hit it, it's kind of a stretch. Yeah, I have Greeks for GME. I just don't want to look them up. I mean, nothing's changed in any significant way. Gamma neutral's at like 1780, delta neutral 1775, gamma max is at 2417. It's not very interesting. Futures. Oh, lower fail. What's our gamma looking like? Happy St. Patrick's Day. Oh shit. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. I forgot it was that. Cheers. Slancha? IWM update. I got a really good entry just now. Yeah, I really hope it doesn't slip 170. But if it doesn't slip 170, it's going to get fun. There's a lot of puts closing on it today, so it's positions are more for next week. Dude, why is BTC mooning? I don't know. Ooh, son of a bitch. People think it's a safe place to store their wealth. You need to put on a green shirt for St. Patrick's Day. Uh, hold on. There we go. Hulk Bros. Now would be an appropriate time to play just the I Can Be Green part of the song. I don't know if I could crop it to get that effect. This looks like it's gonna bounce. I don't know if it's just gonna gap fill or if it's actually gonna bounce. $4K end of day? That'd be fucking pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. This is tricky. There's no volume, so it's hard for it to do things, you know? And usually here we see a pullback to like the 39.80 level on futures. I don't know if I'm confident enough in that to cut my puts. VIX dropping. The VIX below 25 again. It's open low as shit this morning. GME moving up. You're muted on Discord. No, I'm not. I'm just not saying anything. Yeah. What? Maybe I am. Huh. Is that working? No. Now? Still no. And still not working. Fidelity to allow BTC and ETH trading now? I don't know, maybe. I'll try to close Discord and reopen it. Maybe that'll work. The mic's still working on the stream, right? Okay. What the fuck is this? Cat call soon? You could. I'm probably not going to, but you could. Okay, now it's working. I guess I just had to close Discord. Yeah. This is bouncing. It's starting to pick up a little bit of volume too. There's a test at resistance coming up. 3962. I guess I could fail that. Fix. Fix looks like it might go up here. Yields are moving up again. Poors can't afford YouTube Premium. You missed a Ko-Fi. Oh. DraxX, thank you. There was once a pickle who slept in while everyone wept. Their gains disappeared as they held their positions with fear because most of the pickle jar is fucking inept. Nice, man. Are we doing limericks? I don't want to do limericks again. I had to read so many bad fucking limericks last time. Nope. You stop it, trash. Necessarily bearish. Limerick winner gets a port bailout from the FDIC? Sure. But now they can all be written by Chat GPT instead of Pickle Jar. Yeah, see, that's why I don't want to do it. Because I know everyone's just going to try to get Chat GPT to write limericks. From Popcorn Trader. Is this your official submission? Penis, 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 penis. Okay. Amazing. Can you update us on NVIDIA Gamma Max? Still little to no interest at above 260. I mean, most of the calls at 260 are sold, although if they pull those back, that can cause it to rip even higher. Gamma Max on NVIDIA, though, is, I believe, still 266, or it was last night, right? Am I losing my mind? 263.89. I'm going back to bed. Happy St. Pat's, dude. My dudes. Happy St. Patrick's Day, trash. Enjoy your rest. There was once an attention seeker whose rhyming skills couldn't be meeker, so he turned to Chat GPT to help him be witty. Now his limericks couldn't be sleeker. Thanks, Joseph Johnson. How about haikus? At least they will fit in the 200 characters. Nah. OPEX on NVIDIA a week early. That's not how OPEX works. There once was a duck named Dan who wanted to be Girk's biggest fan. He wasn't able to do the math, so instead he just sat in the bath. But Girk couldn't hit him with a ban. I think you've got... Okay. Did you finally hit the rim cycle and have some good dreams, or are you living the dream? That's a good question. You know, I think I did have a dream. I don't remember what it was about, though. How about freestyle raps? They're not really freestyle if you've written them down. You saying thank you to me with such overwhelming apathy is why I'm in the business of trying to get you to notice me. I see. Nightmares or dreams too? Girk said it was okay, that means I win, right? No. How about freestyle raps in the form of a limerick? See, ChatGPT is gonna ruin all the fun. Last year there was ChatGPT, but no one knew about it, right? The bounce is real. $29.30. Plenty of open interest at $29.50. This shit every day is getting way too predictable. It was like open low and then rip for the rest of the day. There once was a jar full of pickles whose thoughts about stocks were quite fickle. They blew all their cash on the stock market crash and spammed the Discord chat with "but Gorg." Thank you, Dork. Beautifully put. Can you ask ChatGPT to detect if something was written by ChatGPT? Do you think it will rat itself out? Huh. I don't know. Are you eyeing an opportunity to buy covered calls next week? Made really good profits on them this week, but made room again to buy more next week. Okay, you don't buy covered calls, Joseph. You sell covered calls. I mean, I guess you could buy a covered call by buying a call and the underlying simultaneously. Yeah, I'll probably sell covered calls next week. Actually, you know what? I definitely will sell covered calls next week. We're still waiting for next week and then down for some time. A lot of Fed variables there. Oh, yeah. I'm wondering if I will need to wait for the next round of earnings for puts. The Fed's a big variable, depending on what the Fed does. If they move forward with any rate increase, that's probably going to be bearish. And then, you know, if they freeze or pivot, that's definitely going to be extremely bullish. Are you going to sell them before earnings? I don't know yet. I have some CCs to sell him. Is it a coincidence that Chat GPT's crazy side is named Dan? Absolutely not. Am I looking at QRTEA under $1? Seems like a steal. Big shorting. Thank you. It's I don't know if it's a steal, but it's undervalued. Um, yeah, there's some shorts there. You're selling CCs of GME before OPEX? No, I said I'll sell them next week. I bought all my covered calls back. At like the early part of this week. I have long calls. Why would I be what? If two more banks fell over the weekend, we could hit 4,200 on Monday. I didn't have my beauty rest today. Okay, I wasn't thinking when I wrote buy CCs instead of sell. It's okay. It's because it's St. Patrick's Day. Super Bear Man. You fucking autist. There once was a and from DC. Jay Powell is the man that he be. Whenever he speaks, the stock market shrieks. But alas, all my puts are now green. Nice. It took you all morning to find the green setting on the new camera. Shut up. Cheers, man. If we could drop to 39.10 and then jump to 39.50, 60, I'll be a happy guy. Nope. We're going to trade at 39.25 till the end of the day. Why'd you do this to us? Colorado Kev. Why? Joseph Johnson, Super Bearman, has hooked you up with a Cornishon membership. You should praise him. You are not worthy. Not yet. Not until you learn to sell your covered calls. Ban the guy to ruin his happiness. That's so mean. What the fuck? I don't think so. It's like we bounce real hard after next 39.30 test. VIX 24.30 fail. I know. kind of looks like nothing's happening, actually. We missed a 4.3 billion dark pool print on SPY earlier today. Ooh, cool. Gork, I believe NVIDIA briefly broke Gamma Max today. No, it didn't. I would think at a minimum that confirms we're closer, but do we need to see it play out for the macro tender reverse and puts balloon? There's been a lot of selling already of like covered calls on it. Well, naked calls probably. Lots of call selling. I don't think we broke Gamma Max today though. Okay. Oh, my thing crashed. Awesome. Oh, maybe. Not much. 263.98. 263.89. So we did. Right here. I don't know if that's really sufficient. We could absolutely break it again on T+2, right? Like, it's not like we went, 10% above Gamma Max or anything. You think about re-entering VIX calls or more crush coming in too soon? I'll probably pick them up next week. Or after I confirm, like, the Fed decision. There once was a man from Nantucket. He full ported into weeklies. He is now homeless. OPEX next week. OPEX is next week. That doesn't mean that it's going to make you rich. Yeah, but how often does 10% on GM happen with a stock as big as NVIDIA? The last time NVIDIA crossed Gamma Max, which it barely did, Gamma Max was at 267 and it hit 271. But then over the next 5 days, Gamma Max went up and so did NVIDIA. So there's still a chance that this keeps moving up, even if it did test Gamma Max today. Thinking about picking up any Tesla calls for OPEX? Probably a few, yeah. They say he has made it with trades getting paid. Yesterday, then today, now futures on its way. With everything he's got, like the track record of a thought, ask him how much he's made. It's a lot. Thank you, Tyler Soto. We're going to have March OPEX for Jimmy like we did last year. I really need a big run to revive my port. We'll see. Jimmy looks pretty good, but I don't think it's going to be as big as last year. The options interest just isn't there right now. So we'll need an awful lot of fucking FOMO. It's a good thing the banks are failing and super stocks getting ready to buy weeklies. Are you selling in the money CSP as part of synth longs for OPEX or sticking to at the money? In the money CSP as part of synthetic longs? Generally, yeah. Volume jumped on Sherwin? Schwab? Okay. Selling volatility on some of those bank stocks is really risky, but super profitable right now. There was once a trucker from Trent. His thing was so long that it bent. To save him some trouble, he stuck it in double. Instead of coming, he went. Nice. You ban all shids in Fard's friends, but if you banned Dan, would you ban all friends too? Unban me, white T-Pain. Nope. And it's back. Any chance Jimmy hits 15 today? Like, maybe the upper end of it? I don't know. If Spy retests 3,900, sure. There once was a pickle who traded on stocks and options he paraded. His strategy was bold. He traded in the cold and bought on volatility unaided. Thank you so much, Odorous Dan. Don't worry, there's more. Oh, please no. With each swing and every fluctuation, the pickle made trades without hesitation. He bought when it fell and sold when it swelled and profited from market agitation. Lovely. You've outdone yourself. Nope. And you keep doing more. His portfolio grew by leaps and bounds. His volatility went up and down, but he never lost his cool or acted like a fool. He just kept trading up and down. He used up and down twice. I mean, come on. Step it up for the next one. Don't stop. I'm almost there. Can you confirm the day, month, of year when NVIDIA last broke Gamma Max? Was it April 22, maybe? No. It was March 18th and 21st of last year. Now, this pickle is known far and wide for his ability to profit and thrive. In a market that's tough, he's more than enough of gains and success that won't subside. Thank you so much, Odorous Dan. ChatGPT thinks so. Roser are red, violets are blue. Nvidia is green. In the state of New Jersey, they say there are plenty of gaffes to survey. From the Cava at night to the shore sandy site, there's no shortage of trash on display. That's actually amazing, Turd. Well done. There was once an odorous Dan whose limericks would earn him a ban. His rhymes were all weak, his words didn't speak, and he gives out handies from a van. Are you waiting SPX calls for next week or waiting? I have a couple. Thanks for your knowledge sharing. I have made $30 today trading this up and down. I finally made it. Congratulations, Mr. Little Pickle. Was there someone who closed ACI W calls yesterday to put somewhere else and now it's up $5 in a day? That would be Bipolar Bear. That's why he's not joining us in chat this afternoon, I assume. Asset managers in shambles. Don't invest in tech. You heard it first from Shrek. If you want to make money, first write him a check. I hope you ate lunch and got to chomp. This is my last rhyme. I'll meet you at the swamp. Lovely. Okay, I'm not doing any more of these. They're annoying. Is SPX gonna do a trade here? I don't know. I should fucking do something. This is boring as shit. It looks like it's trying to fail. Like, futures are trying to fail 39.50 again. But last time they bounced, which is really fucking annoying. So it'd be great if they don't do that this time. Origins of Sussin and Bussin, and please don't say that guy who makes prison food on TikTok. I don't remember who started that on here. Good call on the carnitas last night. You're welcome, Velvet Jupiter. You wouldn't think it would go well with nachos, but it really does. What GME dates are you looking at? Also at the money or like $20 range? I've bought April and March between $20 and $30 so far. I was gonna maybe pick up some. God, I really don't want to buy those today. I might pick up some more Aprils today. I don't know. I'm still thinking about that. I might just buy more Upstart calls. Future SPY and SPX all seem uncorrelated today. There's a lot of arbitrage with SPY, between SPY and SPX. If you were to buy more June and July AMD puts, would you wait till T+2 from OPEX or after FOMC? I'd probably wait till after the FOMC decision. At least then I'd have like some confirmation. It may not be the best entry, but a more reliable one. We relied on a pickle to temper our ambitions with words carefully crafted by wisdom. We waited and wept as Gherk overslept, and Theta ate all our positions. Mic drop. Nice, J-Dog. GME to 24 for OPEX. Yeah, that's kind of the concerning part, right? Timing the NVIDIA drop will be generational wealth. I'm aware. Any chance Rivian going anywhere but down? Probably not in the near term. I mean, it has some like OPEX correlation, so it may run a little bit for that, but yeah, I don't see a lot of potential for it in the next like 6 to 8 months. Would you mind going over how you would enter a position after FOMC? Enter right after the decision, or wait a few days for a better opportunity? I don't know, maybe both? I wouldn't wait a few days. That seems drawn out. There were once two girls that had a cup. They saw the market going up. They got scared and shot in the cup. Thank you, Dwayne the Long Johnson. Beautifully crafted. Dwayne the Long Johnson for Poet Laureate of the Pickle Jar. If Jimmy hits 24, I'll be happy with my 1025C will print and my handful of 20Cs will be smiling. This is true. End of year when SUV gets released. I mean, I could see that causing a pump, but like they'll still need to establish sales of that SUV, right? There once was a Terran from Earth who made it his own rhymes since birth. His songs were Gurk's peak till the quants got all weak. Now the ports of the pores have no worth. Thank you so much, Terran, for hire. Formerly of the Dans. When Fubo bought out by Amazon, ooh, that'd be cool. Why go synthetic long on Fubo instead of just shares? Because I can buy 2 calls for every 1 put I sell. I mean, any rate increase is going to increase yields, right? Which is going to create more stress on hold to maturity securities, and encourage more purchasing in the bond market. So any rate increase at this point is, going to be viewed negatively. I think 0.25 is kind of the easiest decision for JPOW to make right now. I don't think it's the best decision for him to make. Did you open all of those NVIDIA puts after earnings, or are some of those from before earnings that you hung on to? Pretty much all after earnings. I had some before earnings, but I hedged those and mostly closed them out. Rolled them forward. Once I was able to close my hedge out, which took like a week because NVIDIA stayed propped up for quite some time. I then purchased more puts. I'll probably buy more puts on it again next week. After like either next week or towards the end of next week, depending on its price action. There once was a pickle so rare, an Italian centaur with quite the flair. He galloped through fields, pasta was his yield, with olives and cheese in his hair. I'm gonna call myself the winner of today's limerick contest. You do what you gotta do, Dwayne. Good plan to enter May spy puts on Monday, Tuesday next week. I wouldn't over leverage myself until you hear the Fed decision. I bought a Tesla bear put spread. Okay. 200 190 that expires today. Should be worth $10, but I haven't been able to sell it $10. I mean, buy back? Or should I sell for less? I mean, you're gonna get the bid, right? Or just let it expire? That's a debit spread. I mean, yeah, if no one's buying your contract at $10, you're not gonna get $10 for it. I think J-Pow prefers cutting inflation over maintaining maximum employment. He's gonna overshoot. Maybe. I mean, he's got a lot of padding in the unemployment rate, right? There was once a pickle who ported and thwarted volatility players who shorted and shorted. I offered him many, but he hated my city, so he still overpays in New York. Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you have a video that explains synthetic longs? They're pretty simple. You sell a put, you buy a call with the credit. Same strike. Generally far dated. They mimic shareholding. Sometimes you can sell a put and you can buy 2 calls. FOMC decision same like highly profitable binary event? Yes. You know what that means, Dork. In the money or out of the money cover calls, and we feel like Jimmy has peaked during the OPEX run. I mean, I'll probably sell both. Just because I can't sell all my calls in the money. There won't be any buyers. I'll sell what I can in the money. I mean, the government's not going to fail by breaking the treasury market. But Janet Yellen's going to lose her job. Check DMs. What do you got? Dear God. How dare you? SPX 4500C 0DT? Okay, not that binary. Are the April 25 your entire GME OPEX position? I have April 20s and May 30s also. All hail the Mad Pickle. Thanks for all the knowledge you gave away over the last year, brother. You're truly an amazing person. Thank you, Mike Miho. I appreciate it, man. The bastion of honesty and transparency, Deutsche Bank, has been mightily silent this week. What mean? It's St. Patrick's Day, Roberto. You see GME calls for late April getting cheaper. They're a little pricey still. Probably not. Well, I mean, they'll get cheaper if there's a NOPEX. Ooh, that's fun. Seems bullish. SPY shares outstanding going up. Have you grabbed any short-term calls for a potential 4,000-ish test early next week? Yes. I'd like to get a couple more, but I'd also like to buy them cheaper. Uh, 421 Fubo 150C at 11 cents? Worth it for OPEX diversity? $1 call at 26 cents, but they are 15 cents in the money. Smarter to buy those since no difference in extrinsic value. It's probably better to get the 150. I mean, profitability wise, the 150 will be better. When you sell CCs on GME, how far out? 30 DTE or further? No. Some at 30. Some at like 14. Some at 7. Generally, the ones that I sell shorter dated, I then resell nearer their expiration. So like at volatility peaks, I'll sell a bunch of like short like weeklies. And then those drop really fast, like a couple days. Especially after we've hit gamma, like the peak of gamma max. And then I'll usually sell like once I buy those back, I'll sell them again at like 14 DT or 21 DT. Could you share your view on why borrow rates suddenly became so high on meme stocks after so long being low? What do you mean? They're illiquid. I don't think the borrow rates are going up super fast right now. Yeah. I guess GME's up 2% today on IBKR. Upstart's moving up. I mean, yeah, once they run out of liquidity, or it's no longer profitable to short through ETFs, then they generally turn to the lending pool. And you'll start to see the borrow rates rise. It's a good sign. Seeing borrow rates rise this week is pretty important. BBBY has high borrow rates because it's a piece of shit and not enough people could possibly ever short it. You ever get blueberry facials? No. 2 p.m. fail, 2 p.m. bounce. I'm thinking fail. I don't care which one happens. As long as one of those two outcomes is realized, I'll be happy. Do borrow rates usually ramp up during quarterly expiration because of share recalls or rebalancing? They can ramp up because of rebalancing. I mean, as you approach the quarterly expiration, everything starts to get pretty illiquid. What's the advantage of synthetic long over just buying at the money calls? Credit. You can go. You can gain a lot more leverage with synthetic long than you can just buying calls. Because I mean, with margin, you're effectively moving into a position for no upfront cost, right? Jimmy's down 3%. Why did its borrow rate go up? Dork, you son of a bitch. How? Thoughts on Nvidia 414 220? I'd wait to buy anything on it till next week. Why XRT not on Reg Show? How could that affect a possible run? I mean, that's probably a positive. If you're confident in Bath being a piece of shit, then are you leveraged to the short side? I sold some naked calls on it the last time it ran. If it runs again, I'll do the same thing. But otherwise, I have, no interest in playing like the $1 of downside left on it. do these people come from? I listened to Pickle learn about making a nickel, but I'd pay a dime never to hear another rhyme. Honestly, I had to take a break and haven't been watching. Too draining. Can you do me a quickie and review OPEX expectations? I looked on your channel and didn't see anything. Thank you. It looks pretty good. We'll see what happens. What FTX happened, like GME bar rate spiked last year before the March run, well in advance of FTX crashing. No, it's not MOASS. Usually watch for opportunities to sell spreads. I try to. Are there stable stocks you often sell options on? Most of my port is in cash. I'm trying to put it to work in this insanity. I mean, selling options on stable stocks isn't all that profitable, but um, there's a few tech stocks. Like I like to sell options on Google, um, Microsoft, sometimes Caterpillar, depending on how stable Dow is. Not right now. Um, Riskier stuff, like Apple, well, and Tesla, AMD, and GME. I also sell a lot of options on Upstart. Yep. Sorry to debunk your conspiracy theory, BBBY to 23. Do you usually watch for opportunities to sell spreads? Oh, okay. Thoughts on Google? It's gone up a decent amount the past few days. Any idea for a ceiling? It's been about 105. If it runs hard, maybe like 108, 109. When do GME OPEX runs usually start? T plus 2. Most of them on Tuesday. Some of them on Wednesday. The synthetic long on Fubo, I sold 4 3P 117 2025, bought 11 3C 117 2025. Did I do it right? That's a thing. Yeah. Just remember that you're willing to buy 400 shares of Fubo at $3. As long as you have the money to do that, then you're probably fine. There was once a man who made white. He tried to teach others to. Oh, Jesus. I can't do any more of these. Morgan Stanley, NVIDIA price target 304. Good for them. I love when you shoot down my balloons. Oh, God. Way random question. Do you keep any houseplants or just stale air? I have an annoying gnat issue. If you can recommend a way to get rid of them, I'd appreciate it. I have air filters. I wouldn't I wouldn't say the lack of houseplants makes my air stale. I figured out the best GME strat. No, I won't tell you. Okay. Gamma Max on Upstart. 23 something. Fuck the SPX. What are your thoughts on the Signature Bank collapse? What about it? I've never had any gnat issues. I don't live in a swamp, Joseph Johnson. Would it be better to buy more of the calls at 421 for max OPEX exposure? Roll out if NOPEX cash in, and buy puts back if any run at all. Wouldn't it be better to buy more of the calls at 421? On a synthetic long? I mean, yeah, you could. What's your opinion on examining your own navel? Do you have Jimmy 25Cs because they have more IV, or do you also have 20s? I have 20s, 25s, and 30s. The 30s are for May. You used to live in Florida, though? I lived in Florida for like 3 months. It was terrible. I also lived in a hotel, which did not have a gnat problem. Sorry, in reference to the Fubo scenario just mentioned, yeah, you could. You could maximize your like upfront exposure and then roll it out if need be. You see ComputerShare's earnings presentation, revenue from ledger maintenance and fees back to first half 2021 levels. Nice. I guess people have stopped DRSing. Are you familiar with three-leg box spread, which is basically a synthetic long and buying a protective put? Yeah. What about it? I mean, it reduces profitability. I generally don't sell synthetic longs on anything that I'm not willing to buy at the price that I sold the CSP at. I just bought an April 39.75 in my Roth. 38.50 incoming. Max pain changes all day. It doesn't matter how far from max pain a stock has drifted because you're reading a data value from the morning before the stock starts trading. Market makers actively hedge all day. They don't just have a static max pain value. I practice two-leg box spreads myself. Nice, Celtic. Spy bounce time. Or fail time? Closer to failing. Well, I don't know. We bounced on 39.50 again. Not a lot of volume, though. VIX is going up. The chance of a fail is slightly higher on this test. Where can I get an updated value of max pain? Assume that max pain is whatever the price the stock is currently trading at, because market makers actively hedge. They don't just sit there and go, hey, boys, this is where our risk is going to be neutral for the rest of the day. It moves. There isn't a stranger corner of the internet that I'd rather belong to. I wish I could afford this on a yearly basis. Thanks, Joseph Johnson. Yes, they hedge everything. Well, for the most part. They don't hedge out of the money like weeklies and shit because they don't have to. There's no risk. So when people full port YOLO into out of the money weeklies, they just don't hedge them, and then you get fucked. But if there's enough theta on the options, then yeah, they'll hedge their risk. Or if it's something like SPX where the risk of not hedging is enormous. Paul Frank from Seeking Alpha agrees with you, Ray, the IWM and liquidity crunch. I don't know who that is, but okay. I like it. On a 50 rate hike next week, the market would instantly crash. I don't think it would instantly crash. No, it would be bad though. I think, but for a 0.25 hike, I'm not sure how the market would react. Not favorably. And any increase in rates at this point is going to create more liquidity issues, right? So, short of the Fed coming in flat or pivoting, it's bearish. Even flat isn't great. Following on this, do hedge funds maintain, clip, cut back, or trim their hedges? Believe it or not, yes. 3x bear ETF SQQQ is green and Nvidia is green. Please make it make sense. Sorry. We're not in that world. XSP to illiquid for 0 DTEs. Usually, you have to check each strike and see what the OI is and look at the spread. But generally speaking, it's pretty illiquid for 0 DTEs. The only way the market reacts good is if the Fed just skips FOMC. That's not going to happen. 0.25, while back to expanding its balance sheet as banks fail from the looks of it. I mean, the $300 billion that everyone keeps going on about on the Fed's balance sheet is literally the value of the assets of Signature Bank and SVIB combined. Your exchange with JFresh last night was great regarding banks. Oh, yeah, thanks. Kirk's publicist. The higher Nvidia goes, the more excited you get. I mean, I'm just waiting to buy more puts on it. I can double down my position still. So I'll just try to be patient. Right now I have 15 0 DTE 250s that have managed to stay in the money all day. Although I woke up too late to sell them at 264. Lagarde went back down with rates in Europe. Does that mean J-Powell won't do the same? I mean, he shouldn't. It's very bad if he does. If J-Powell starts pulling back rate increases and we see another round of supply chain shock due to China reopening, we'll hit like hyperinflation before the end of the year. So it'd be very, very dangerous for him to pivot. He could freeze, but if he does, that just means that the next round of rate increases will likely be much higher. Hey, we finally broke 39.50. Cool. Am I making money now? Yay. So who loses their job? J-Pow or Yellen? I don't think J-Pow is going to back down. They could have saved SVIB. They could have saved Signature. They didn't. They could have made an announcement about freezing rate hikes at the emergency meeting. They also didn't. So both. I mean, the way I look at it is J-Pow's hedged the banks, so he can do whatever the fuck he wants now. You can't see futures on WeBull. They don't have it. Hmm. Retest 39.50. It's gonna get rejected. Ooh, bearish. Maybe. Hmm. Oh. 3,900 put buying way up. They don't take profits here, right? That'd be fucking terrible. Oh, maybe VIX does a little thing here. VVIX. VIX is dropping. Fucking market. How's Russell 2K looking? Still above 170. There's a lot of potential for short exhaustion there. How would a large increase in supply coincide with hyperinflation? It's not an increase in supply, it's demand. Do you think China's like manufacturing industry is going to get up and running without like buying shitloads of materials? There's going to be demand on the supply chain from China reopening long before it increases supply. And then there's competition, right? Because, everyone's manufacturing is picking up slowly, but picking up all the same, which drives up prices, which drives up inflation. Would you say the best all-around broker is IBKR in terms of use, capability, and information? Yeah, probably. Time for zero DTE calls, now waiting for those 3,900 to sell off. I feel like the longer they wait, the more severe the reaction when they finally do. I mean, they're still buying more of them right now. I think. I mean, I think they'd at least like to get them in the money or at the money before we see us. I don't think we're going to see a sell off of the 3,900s at, you know, a failure of 3,915, right? Do you ever enter zero DTE straddles at market open? Sometimes. NVIDIA's soft good manufacturing will surpass everyone. Once I had money and bought Bobby, my trading was more of a hobby. RC bailed out, but I diamond handed the drought and now get $5 for a slobby. Are the 3970s sold off yet? Good question. No? Although, like I said yesterday, those 3975s might have just been sold. I'm not sure that the calls in that range were bullish. They were sold to like you know they started building above like the gamma flip point, which makes me think that they were sold. There's still a lot of call interest between 3940 and like 3950. Um and 3905 and 3910 are still a little defensive, but the the negative gamma building up at like 3900 and 3890 is pretty fucking insane, especially on the zero DT side, which makes me think we can definitely see more downs here. Increased demand on what is already a weak supply chain and barely recovering still does not reduce prices. That effect takes months. That's, you know, once inventory starts to build up, then, you know, increased competition will take hold. But you're looking at that on the wrong end of the spectrum there. I'm tired of arguing your bullshit bullish takes. At least do some fucking research. Goddamn accountants. But Gork re lol. Uh 22 months and still no MOASS? Oof. Has at least Fortress Nvidia finally reached its peak so we can inverse MOASS it? Probably not. Nvidia can still see more upside next week. We'll see who's right. What are you right about? Your fundamental understanding of the concept is incorrect. I want to sell CSPs, but I'm scared of the weekend. Is it because of his hair? Gork, tell me, should I sell my July 3,800, 3,850 now? I mean, you've got an obscene amount of time. Economics is the most useless subject. You can draw charts and move lines, but there's a reason economists all have different opinions. That's because it's just math philosophy. And like philosophers, they're both a waste of time and space. There once was a walk-in, 'twas banned for much shit-talking, but behind the scenes to him it doth seem a crash soon incoming. The flakes of the jars snicker from afar, but soon our puts will be bussin'. So he waits all the day for a crash he doth pray, his return be incoming. Oh, Jesus. I should have just banned him. I know. Ooh, this is picking up some momentums. I like it. This means we'll probably bounce. Hold on. Oh, maybe not. Small bounce? I should probably set a stop on these dog shit puts I bought. I can't believe this got back up to $3. Dude. Right? Do you see the market opening positive or negative without any significant news? There's a lot of in the money puts that are closing out today, so I'm sure we'll see the effects of that hedge getting dumped probably into the early part of next week. It's held ridiculously against market moves. Yes, it has. I would be patient with entering more puts on it, but I am still very bearish on it. But that really hasn't changed. I think it could see more upside over the next couple days. Obviously, the Fed meeting is risky. But hopefully, the Fed does what they should do and moves forward with more interest rate hikes. In which case, then you can confirm a nice entry on more puts. I would buy a lot of theta because the market is irrational. I have upstart exposure already. I'll probably get more, just not yet. If the put hedge dumped, the best move is to close profitable puts now and re-enter at new highs pre-FOMC. I mean, that's what I did. It seemed like a good plan. Yeah, April and May calls for Upstart. I actually have Jan 24s. I I sold synthetic longs on Upstart. At 15. Someone put their, if JPOS surprised the world with a rate pause, does that mean we all get fucked in SPX to 4,400 by end of April? I don't know about 4,400, but maybe like 42, 4250. I mean, only as long as inflation data doesn't come in, right? So it doesn't give us a lot of time to keep running up. And I'm sure if he did move forward with a rate pause, he would clarify that it was only for the one session. Because if he pauses, it's only for the banks, right? Any chance SQQQ hits 45 by mid-April? That's possible. What's it at today? 35? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take a lot for SQQ to move up. A couple down days on NASDAQ. NASDAQ's just been really, really fucking resilient lately. Oh no. My call entries. NASDAQ 100 equals NVIDIA? The entire list? If one goes synthetic long, how much theta does one go for? As much as you can feasibly get. It reduces the risk of your CSP being assigned. Put capitulation could continue to drive a bounce here. It may continue to drive a bounce. Or we fail. I feel like I'm underexposed on a failure here, though. $2? That's kind of pricey. Do I want to buy back into these? Holy shit. Dork, my gold calls are ripping. Win Moon Gork, I'm tired. Oh, Jesus. Average up on GME 25s for next week. I'm not going to average up on them. I have like 70. Oh, for next week? Like the fucking March 24th expiration? I don't have any of those. Nor do I want them. What software do you use to track futures? I have live futures data on Ninja Trader. I have it on IBKR. I have it on TradingView. So any of those three. SPX can go lower today. But if puts sell off, it'll bounce. And if it bounces back into like the 39.25 range, it's going to stagnate again. Of course, gold will rip today. It's the day of the Irish and leprechauns. Exactly. Thoughts on triple witching hour? It's quad witching hour. What's the thesis of your logic behind buying gold calls? Gold's going up. People are losing faith in the banking system, which generally means gold goes up because boomers think it has value. I saw you overlook my shit post and it hurt. I'm not sure I saw it. With Fubo's 1.5 massive put wall expiring this Friday, do you think we'll finally see a long-awaited bounce for the stock? Yeah, I mean, if the basket moves, Fubo's probably going to move too. I'm at GME 25s, 30 to 45 DT to capture next week's action and minimize loss if it tanks instead. Oh, okay. I mean, that's what I got. They seem okay. Ooh. Interesting. I don't want to buy one of those. They're so expensive. Yeah. Fubo will not bounce. If it does, Atomic will kill the bounce with his covered calls. I mean, I will too. Would a higher move like 100% be realistic for Fubo given how low the price was to begin with? It's not out of the question. No, Fubo's not going to $100 a share. If it does, the stream's done. I'm retiring. Me and Dork are finally getting our cabin built on the back of our 450-foot yacht. You think gold rips next week too? It could. Gork, when FDIC insure up to $1 million? I think they already do for trusts. It depends on the type of depositor, but I believe they already have some insurance in place for that. Like 1.25, I believe it is, or 1.5. I can't remember. So some accounts are insured for more than others. Not here. Welcome to Zillionaire. Thank you so much, man. Hit me up on the Discord. I'll get you added to the country club after the stream, dude. What are your hold SPX puts calls over the weekend? I currently have March 31st 3980s, 4000s, and 4020s. I don't really have any puts. I have my puts from the straddle from yesterday, which I should probably close soon. Yeah, I should put a stop on this. I have 1-0 DTE 3900. Is Jimmy IV doing anything fun? It's been going up over the last like 4 days. Call skew has also been going up, so that's generally a good sign going into OPEX. Fidelity changed their deposit policy. Can't buy options with submitted transfers. Has to be cleared. Huh. Now I can't play OPEX because it takes 4 to 6 days to clear. Why? Do you have margin? If you have margin, that shouldn't be an issue. That's really odd. Are you sure that's Fidelity changing their deposit policy, or just like they're not offering instant ACH clearance? You can wire transfer. You could cancel the ACH and do a wire transfer instead. If you're married, you can open individual accounts and a joint one for 750K insurance. Did you and MTB Dork meet through Reddit? You two seem like you go way back. Yeah. We did. We did meet through Reddit. Please go to 4,000 so I can get out of SPX before the weekend. I don't think we're going to 4,000 today. That's ridiculous. I mean, I haven't deposited money into Fidelity in like a year, 2 years. So I don't know what the current state, but last time I deposited money, it was instant. Hmm. My money, ACH money and Fidelity is instant as well. 99.9% of the time, if it's in the morning, and still most of the time, up to about 2 to 3 p.m. Okay. Greg and I introduced to our mutual love of making white to tinfoil charts and mathematical gibberish strewn across financial papers. That's the best. Are you buying SPX 3600s just in case of the weekend? No, but I'll do an at the money straddle. Check DMs. What you got? Ooh. I feel like you're telling me I should put a stop on this put. You're gonna hold your NVIDIA puts through OPEX? I should probably close the April ones and just like reopen them. It's a good question. Let's see if anything dips a little bit more today. Are you not gonna hold any SPX puts over the weekend as a downside hedge? I just said I was gonna get an at the money straddle. Is this consolidation bearish? A little bit. There's very little like support here on the call side, but Gamma's still pretty flat between 3910 and 3900. The biggest issue is that Gamma at 3900 is massively fucking negative. Hmm. Gamma at 3900, same like black hole. I mean, we could fall below it and then we'd probably bounce on capitulation since most of it's been held open for quite some time now. You're going to exercise that SPX 12,000C. I don't know. I've got 4 years, so we'll see. Hmm. Fix is still creeping up. I think maybe we retest. Yeah, it looks like I think we might retest like 3900 Dork. Maybe 3890 and then the 0 DT put side capitulation is going to trigger a bounce. Oh, interesting. Flat. You think okay. Why is it important for IWM to stay above 170? Below 170, the market maker on IWM has to begin selling in order to hedge volatility. Ooh. Fix it 26. You guys remember what that means from yesterday?
You wanna ride it up the moon, you won't sell the top and move. You don't, your stock is going down, not up. Your base is upside down. You're stuck, your head is knocking like it's who's there. Bear, bear. Be scared, not a fucking care bear. Bear, bear. Don't care, all up in your dare, yeah. Bear, bear. Big bear, and now your board is down, 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 down.
Imagine coming to the stream for the first time and not knowing what it's about. It's probably pretty hard to figure out. Motherfuck. Too much momentum. God damn it. This is why I don't play songs. Hurry, throw more cocaine at the market. Hold on. A rejection on the VIX test at like 26 is fine as long as the bounce fails, right? And then the VIX goes back up and then things get spicy. It's almost power hour and there's still a shitload of negative delta at 3,900. Or it all just starts selling off and then we rip like crazy, which it's starting to look more like. I'll keep 39. Okay. Fuck, I didn't stop out of all my puts. Ban whoever asked for the song. Thanks, Lawrence of Arabia. Dixie hard selling. Bullish remainder of the day. You heard it from me first. I hope so. I have a lot of calls at 39.50. What platform to use to see what calls, puts, open, and close live? I mean, we have our own data. You can use like options flow. Fidelity has it for free. Yeah, so not a lot of 3,900 selling off on this bounce, shockingly. Some, definitely some selling off, but not a lot. Bull trap? Awfully fucking slow for a bull trap. Nobody asked for it. Gherkin is just fulfilling obligations for VIX at 26. Yeah. So SLD probably done then, and not much left on Monday AM. Then up for the rest of the week. Next for OPEX until FOMC, and then big. We could still open lower on Monday. Depending where we close today. I think if we close up today, like if we close in like the 39.50 range, then there's a chance that we open like back at like 39.30, 39.20 Monday morning. We don't know what kind of news is going to come in over the weekend. I'm definitely going to have some kind of short position in place to protect the downside. You want some intraday price action that financial newscasters will talk about for weeks? Is that so much to ask? I've never spoken to Matt Kors. Well, that's not true. I have. I super chatted him once in March of 2021. And then I got banned. Almost immediately. Better to enter at the money straddle now or end of day? It's up to you. 39.20 is not a bad strike to enter them around. I kind of like that one. It depends. Also, just know that you might want a little extra theta if you enter it earlier in the day. What did you super chat him? Oh, I said that GME was gonna fail its test. And the price was gonna crash. And then someone said, boo, bear.
fuck this guy, GME to the moon, and then his moderator banned me. Fucking poors don't understand limericks. There was once a centaur, Giuseppe, who bought S&T stock called GME. He attracted some Dans who were skilled with their hands, and now he makes white behind the windies. See? Easy. Happy OPEX anniversary. Why am I still here? Why? Because you love me. Dave of the Pigeon Wheel Daves. It's the only explanation. The 2-year is back below the 10-year. Awesome. Jimmy didn't moon. No, it went down hard. Oh, wait, no, I'm wrong. It's not. False alarm. Oh, okay. I got excited for a second. You shouldn't have done that to me. But Gork, what do you expect the mods to do after you slammed GME with in the money puts to drive your short position back into the money? You hedgy plant shill. I love you. That's fair. Ooh. Jimmy getting destroyed right now. Nice. Hmm. Vix is bouncing. Wouldn't insurance be a good play with the falling bonds? Could be. Not very exciting one, but it could be solid. A poor average earnings and rate hike plus Powell's conference seem like the killer of any decent OPEX run. Perhaps the riskiest play to date. Could be. I don't really care about GME's earnings, if I'm going to be completely honest. It'll be cool if they're better, but it doesn't really matter to me. How many beers did you have for breakfast and how many for dinner? 0. I don't drink beer. It's fucking disgusting. This guy's annoying. I'm gonna get rid of him. Hmm.
Interesting. Not cool, Dad. I didn't like him. He kept talking about Bobby. Fucking annoying. Would April 19 VIX $30 calls be worth getting in case bad banking news over the weekend? As I'm typing it out, I'm starting to think no. April 19 VIX 30. Probably not. That doesn't seem like the best way to hedge bad news over the weekend. It's not the worst, I guess. Will First Republic file for Chapter 11 on Monday? I don't know. What do you think? They've got all that extra money now. Can someone short the ever-loving fuck put of NVIDIA? I need my 3090C to go burr. What's SPY trading at right now? Ooh. Nice. Correct me if I'm wrong. Am I right in thinking that a shitload of puts expire today? And would this likely mean ups on Monday? Yeah, I've been over that like 50 times. Is there still confusion on that? There's probably going to be a significant amount of repositioning over the next 3 trading days into the Fed meeting. It's probably going to occur in a higher range than we're currently trading in. GME Ivy acting like the little engine that could right now. It's staying up for the most part. Although I do think some of that just has to do with, people buying more calls. Oh yeah, all your CSP are going to close in the money. No worries. Poor for life. You should join the Discord too. Not that that's going to help you stay on top of anything. Maybe not. Y'all hear about the Russian drone that shot down an American spy balloon near the Caspian Sea? Wait, what? Gert, can you aggressively yell at NVIDIA in a Hulk-like manner? Tell it you were the green one. It's supposed to be the red one. I don't think that'll do anything. Just gonna have to be patient with it.
Hmm. So. The video was propped up by Bitcoin mining. There was an article on Motley Fool like the other day that said that Nvidia was running because we're in a crypto bull market. Is First Republic a good buy now that it's down 35% and they have the backing of major US banks? Good opportunity or falling knife? I don't know. That's probably not something that you're gonna find out till later. They seem to me need a lot more money than what the banks gave them. So it could be that the problems are even worse than they appear to be on the surface. Also, rates might just increase next week, which could guarantee their failure. Nvidia always chooses the green pill, never the red. Hmm. Are you liberal or conservative? Neither. I think our government's a fucking joke. One more push for those 3900s. I hope so. I don't know. This isn't really failing here. We need VIX to move up. Which may not happen. Is Florida Man real? I think so. Alternative theory, we just open at 3,800 because this piece of shit realizes it's actually been dead for 3 months. Like Wile E. Coyote when he runs off a cliff. I bought a bunch of AMD processors to mine AI. Junkman, welcome to Dillionaire. Thank you so much. Hit me up on the Discord. I'll get you added to the country club after the stream, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I'm over leveraged into Nvidia puts because if so, I'm gonna over leverage more. I don't know. Are you? I am, and I agree. I'm gonna do the same thing. Do you ever buy stocks or just buy options only? I buy both. Mostly options, sometimes stocks. Does the VIX move in reaction to SPX options or vice versa? Or they just play off each other and it depends? The VIX is calculated off of SPX options. A little bit of Florida Man lives inside us all. Okay. Push for 39.50? That'd be fucking awesome. Should we expect anything interesting for Monday? I guess there's a big jump in put premium on the SPX. Yeah, most of it looks like it's dated for today, though. Next week's expiration. Well, Monday's expiration didn't look all that spicy. Maybe it's a little better now. Oh, shit. Give me a second. Gotta wait for that to load. It's understandable why crypto is bullish. Investors are risking off so hard it's wrapping back around to bullish. Simple. I don't know who the fuck thinks Bitcoin is a safe store of wealth, but apparently there are people that do. ETFs have been pulling a weekend at Bernie's on the SPX. When I lived in Florida, Florida Man fought off 5 home invaders with a machete. The invaders all had guns, one with a shotgun. Florida Man's tiny dog was nipping at their heels the whole time. That's awesome. All right, let me see something here. Still a lot of calls coming in for Monday. 421 looks bearish as fuck still. So the far dated shit, I mean, is still very bearish. But if there's so many puts expiring today, I'm sure we see at least a little bit of upside next week. I think we'll also see upside as people like buy into calls to position for the Fed decision. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think there's a pretty solid shot that we see markets move up after Wednesday. Who the fuck knows? Do you know anything about Bitcoin halving and the 4-year cycle? Bitcoin just halved, didn't it? It's not exactly 4 years, but yes. Are you going to target 15 CCs after OPEX? I'm considering it. I don't know. It's hard to find buyers when you sell a lot of those. Generally, it's not hard to find buyers. Like, it depends on how much we go up, but it can be very difficult to find buyers for $15 cover calls if we're trading at like 25. Will oil be down for a while? I don't know. The sell-off's been pretty extreme. It has next year? Okay. Current price of BTU look good for an entry opportunity? I wouldn't buy it at this price. You think Jimmy will go up to 25? It's possible, yeah. I mean, 25 is just a little bit above Gamma Max. No, I'm not targeting $15 cover calls. What's SPXOI? It's fairly flat unless we break above 39.30. If we continue to see put capitulation, though, it can give us some momentum to the upside. I don't own a cat. Why are you asking me so many fucking questions? Theta Gang wins again. Kenny always wins. Coin gonna be a US monopoly soon? Probably not. Are there any ETFs short on banks? There's a couple. I think there's like a 2x. I don't know if it's strictly banks. It might just be like financial sector. What do you think about PACW 1150 lotto calls for next week? Isn't the IV just like fucking insane on those? Could be fun. Definitely lotto calls. There was another one I was looking at last night too. I forget which one it was. It could be better to sell like... Nah, maybe not. I was gonna say bull put spreads, but risky. Any reason for them to try and hit SPX lows today? I mean, we just retested 3,900. I don't... If you're asking if I think we're going to do it again, it doesn't look like it. I mean, momentum's picking up to the upside, and puts are capitulating right now, so... Unless this fails at some point, then it looks like things are going to just keep moving up. What do you think of next week GME CSP $12, $13, $14? I mean, they're fine for like income. I don't think we're gonna fall that low next week. So if you're trying to get assigned, probably not gonna happen. Are they even worth it? Like the yields? $14s are the only ones that seem kind of okay. Those are 2.7% yield. $15s aren't bad. Is it YOLOing into lower risk regional banks at this price something that Buffett would do? I mean, probably not without being able to review their financials in detail. I very much like this momentum. I'm selling CSPs next week for IV Crush. Okay. I just loaded up 50k April and May at the money calls last year. I was holding March 18 for months and lost 150k. Almighty bull god, please be good. Jesus. We're coming for your 39.50. We'll see. They probably won't print. None of your fucking business. I might be wrong, but I think we're gonna visit the lows again. Also, I won it. Want what? Oh, the lows again? Why didn't you? But you had the last 2 times. I have 539.80. That's negative 30%. Should I wait till Monday to break even on puts? Selling off for reposition. 5 DTE 39.80. So the 23rd? Odd date. I would probably hold it over the weekend. I have the same call, but I have more theta on it. I would probably hedge the downside though. We don't know what news is gonna break over the weekend. Two to one synthetic longs at 150 on Fubo gonna print? I have no idea. Maybe? I mean, Fubo's kind of illiquid. It's not super illiquid. They just did a share offering. Did you buy back your target covered call? Probably. I don't have that broker open. I think I did like a few days ago. I'm sure I did. I know they were up. I didn't want to wait until expiration. I don't know what wind is gonna break over the weekend either. Jimmy's not gonna go negative. Bipolar bat. We need those boom. What are you talking about? Do you have medication that you can take? Busy day at work. Just tuning in. Are you green because of St. Patty's Day? Yes. Definitely not because of this price action, unless I'm just down to my last brain cell finally. I mean, if SPX breaks 39.50, I'll be green for 2 reasons. But the first time I see there is a need to pay locate fees for SPY. Any idea why? Share recalls? I think we're seeing uppies Monday through Wednesday, then slap down at FOMC. Yes. You know what? Here. There. Stop fucking asking me about it. I don't give a shit. If you want to buy weeklies, buy weeklies, but your chance of getting burned on them is very high. Go nuts. Blow your whole fucking port up. I don't give a shit. Fifth time's the charm, right? I thought you were on your 13th port. Was I misinformed? I'll have stops on my calls ready for a potential drop second half of the week to capture profits. I bought into OPEX since November. Rough. And in Jan, I was too late. How were you too late if you were buying since November? Is your drawing tablet with the screen or only a pad? Your writing is neat on it. Considering getting one. It's just like a pad. There's no screen on it. Dave. Do you have any general advice for selling bear call spreads on 0DT SPX? The past week had me sweating with those big intraday moves. It's really risky. Especially right now. Fucking rejected. Damn, what a market. Yeah, it sucks. VIX rocketed back up, though. Why the play on IWM? I don't know if I can become a billionaire and find out. My put is enjoying the price action. Is it? I don't think any out of the money options are having a good time right now. Oh, theta. SPY announced a special dividend today, $1.50 special dividend per share. Will this affect price much? People more likely to close shorts to not pay the dividend. Yes. That's a fat dividend. I went in for the 0DT 391C on SPY. Lost 50% in 1 minute. Nice. July 23 JPM 100 puts I bought are both way out of the money and way profitable. Cool. Yeah, IV's just been rocketing on most of the bank stocks lately. Some of the like smaller regional banks have obscene IV on like their like short expiration puts and stuff. Like 650, 800%. I'm gonna straddle into close. I think, doesn't SPX pay their dividend next week? with the rest of the like S&P ETFs or the iShares ETFs. I think I'm averaging down my May puts a bit right now and a bit next week. Usually smartest to average down less delta exposed first. With the VIX so high, I don't know what's best. Thoughts? I think I'm averaging down my May puts a bit and a bit next week. I probably wouldn't average down anything until after the Fed meeting. I'm gonna direct you to the thing I just fucking wrote right there. Of all the puts on it expiring this week, are all those sold and rolled by Atomic? All the covered calls are mostly Atomics. Atomics and that other guy, and mine. How much are you down on NVIDIA? Like 30... 35K right now? I was almost at fucking break even before it fucking ran last night. But yeah, I'm down about 35K right now. That's not too bad. I mean, I had hedges for earnings, and then I sold a lot of 250Cs while it was chopping around 240. So that helped trim the losses down. But then it ran last night, so I went from like -6 to like -36. I can double down next week. I'll probably buy down like the May, June, and September puts. I have a cost basis of 288 on Fubo. Do you provide any short-term hopium for an opportunity to sell covered calls? I think the market and meme stocks can move higher into the first half of next week. Because of the Fed meeting. Pigeon whale only next week? Maybe, yeah. That might be best. What happened to VIX 25 wall? Did they move up to VIX 26? VIX 26 we start to move like sub 3,900. I think most of the Fubo put wall expires in April. Did I make you proud on SS? I don't know. Did you get banned? Did you accomplish your goal? I really want nothing to fucking do with those people. There's a lot of calls expiring today. Yes, there are. And NVIDIA broke Gamma Max this morning a little bit. Thank you, anonymous smiley face. Adabit broke the DRS taboo as softly as he feasibly could. Did you get a K1 for trading wheat? I don't know. I have an accountant. SS just made me feel bad for people stuck in that mentality of thinking they know it all when they barely know anything about the market. Why not seek more knowledge? Because ignorance is easier? I was told I service you daily. Am I good? 25 BPS seems to the Fed's likely course of action next week, but it could easily be 0 or less likely 50. I think 50 is more likely than 0. They backstop the banks. They could do 100. Given recent price action, NVIDIA all-time highs after 1% FOMC, yes. At this point, I wouldn't be shocked. I got a K1 for my $34 gain. Up another 15% on my GME position. Is pre-OPEC settlement the real MOASS? Maybe. Yeah, my April calls are all up like 50 and 70%. Market makers just bumping IV into the expiration. Do people not realize ECB? Also, people are buying a lot of calls on GME right now, so that's raising IV too. Does people not realize that ECB doing 50 BPS makes a higher hike more likely? Probably not. They'll find out. Are my $17 CSPs safe? You know, as annoying as you've been this week, I kind of hope we close at 1701. Thoughts on my holding my 3950p I bought 2 weeks ago for the Fed rate? I think I should just cut it and hold on to the 7 DTE 3960C for the beginning of next week. I don't know how much theta you have on that, but yeah, I would have probably taken profits on it and repositioned it already. I'm surprised I didn't see much profit taking on SPX today yet. There's still 15 minutes left. Thanks for shaming me into a long vol position for OPEX. Yeah, VIX is staying unusually high here. Surely today was NVIDIA's peak, right? Not necessarily. Currently up 32%, 32 cents on my OPEX play. Thanks for the knowledge. You got it, man. Everybody waiting for end of day on those puts. 39.50 close. I call on my leprechaun cousins of the north to bring gold from the rainbows. I don't know. It looks like we're going to probably close here because nothing's happening. 39.10 to 39.25. I'm trying to time bonds right now. Bond the safe liquidity. Trying to time for yield when to buy. I wouldn't mind that fixed income. I want bond yields to be their highest. Bonds are a nightmare. Are they? SPX halt into close. Congratulations, 8Ra. I hope you kill it, man. Buy those back next week. Hmm. No, Discord shouldn't be. Is Discord not working? It's not muted. It might not be working, though. No, it's working. CS had another bad opening day, even with government intervention. Do people think that it still has a chance for failure, or is it a sure bet? I mean, the Swiss government can step in more. They've loaned them what, like 52 billion so far, but they can up that, and they've said they're willing to. I don't think they're gonna let Credit Suisse fail. No, Jimmy's not moassing. But it is up to 1650. Yes, I can see the VIX. The VIX is going up because the market's going down and volatility is going up. Oh my fucking god. I have SPT 3070 May. 370 SPY? May down 20%. Obviously I bought too early. Would you cut and reposition or ride it out since it has so much theta? It's up to you. Just know that the market can pull back next week and you'll be underwater. But if it's something that you want to average down, then you have a decent amount of theta. But your position's still dependent on the Fed decision. Do you see things on your screen that we all see? I think so. Black Pine, welcome to Cornishon. Thank you so much, man. What is this? What happens when you have K through 12 in some classrooms? Classroom? What? Could not sell these 3,600 SPX puts that expire today. Held too long this week. Would it expire worthless, or will it need to cough up the 3,900? It'll just... No, it would just expire worthless. Unless you sold them. Is this Jimmy pump some covering? Could be. Great way to end the week. Superstock's gonna go hard into fucking 0DTs or weeklies next week. I love it. Wall Street bets too. Lots of liquidity. Since allergy season is quickly approaching and flu season is on its way out, would you consider trading Kleenex along with Vicks soon? Or switch to Kleenex altogether, or stay with Vicks regardless? I should have woken up today. Bruce is so trash, and the AM he told his whole crowd to write GME covered calls. Those must be going great. What's up with the GME rocket? It's OPEX. We're starting OPEX. OPEX is next week. There's no holiday. I mean, Jimmy's still fucking down 1% on the day. I don't get so excited. No, not halt into close. August is finally here. November. What kind of hedge do you have for the downside if bad news on the weekend? I have 50 puts at 39.20 on SPX. Am I wrong to buy GME calls on Monday? I feel like Carl would like that. Where's Carl? I don't know where Carl is. He's been busy. He's doing work stuff and studying. One more DRS share and this thing will go parabolic. There's no St. Patrick's Day deferral. I want to hedge SPY calls with NVIDIA puts. Terrible idea, right? I'm gonna hedge SPY calls with NVIDIA puts? Okay. Do you have an opinion on Chinese stocks? I always feel like it's an easy way to get burned for no rational reason. Yeah, they're very risky. I sometimes play Baba, but never owning the underlying, just options positions. I need SPX to go down. How can I DRS it? Jesus Christ. Are you green? It's St. Patrick's Day. I don't own any green shirts. One thing I laughed at with RSS was how they tried to tie tweets to stock movement and volume. Like there was some correlation there. They've tried to tie tweets to a lot of things. NVIDIA dead? I fucking hope so, man. But probably not. Citigroup just raised their price target to 305, so I'm not telling you anything, Odorous Dan. You believe what you want. Don't say it's St. Patrick's Day in that pretentious tone. You forgot about it until noon when 10 people told you. Irrelevant. Looks like the major institutions will definitely be getting out of their NVIDIA positions closer to cost basis. They're way above their cost basis right now. I remember when NVIDIA traded below $2 a share in 2009. I wouldn't mind that. Have fun with March Madness this weekend, bud. Thanks for all you do. I don't watch basketball. Aren't you always green by your inherent pickleness? It's an interesting thesis. Dork, the strategy has returned 0% today. Although I wasn't awake this morning. So that's a big part of the reason why. Well, unless these calls sell on the market order, which I don't think they're going to do. I guess they could. If they then it'll be up $50, which would be 3% gains for the day. Right? No, 2%. Didn't Atomic sell April cover calls? I have no idea. Do you see Jimmy getting back down to 15-ish before we start running for OPEX? I don't know, probably not. Why were you afraid of GME at $15? Do we not have 500 likes? Jesus, I hate doing this shit. I don't fucking care. If next week is no PEX, what price range do you see GME trading at? What do you mean if next week is no PEX? Next week is just OPEX. No PEX isn't a thing. No PEX is just OPEXs that occur that don't have specific obligations on GME being covered. Ding ding. Thank God this shit is over. Holy fuck. The amount of uncertainty in this fucking chat today is unbelievable. It's like none of you know what the fuck you're doing, and you should all just be paper trading. Jesus fucking Christ, especially you, bipolar bear. FSLR puts are still fire. I love you, P-Dog. I paper trade real money. Am I doing it right? Check out that MOC on NVIDIA. What? Where? More bank failures this weekend? One could only hope. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in today and driving me absolutely fucking nuts. It was a good morning, and then you ruined it. I'll see some of you on Sunday at 12:30 Eastern. For the rest of you, I hope you enjoy your weekend as much as I enjoyed today's stream. Bye, guys.